This sprayer pump seemed to quit working. I don't think it's getting any vacuum, so I'm going to take it apart, see if it's a obvious fix. Marking the various pieces
got
so
two
I
types
can
of
get them all
screws.
back together again.
Try to mark these so I get them back in the same.
So I think this is the original one from the factory, and I just saw a bunch of plastic shavings in the tank, and I think that's what caused the problem. There's one right here. Here's one. You can see some got in those holes there. I think that's what might have screwed this up.
Like a keyed slot, so hopefully I can get this back.
Don't think this matters, but we'll mark it anyway. Let's see, here's all the plastic shavings. The only thing I see are little pieces in here. Which I wouldn't think that would be enough to affect things, but sorry I didn't catch this on camera very well, but there's still little pieces in there, but I don't think they're enough to cause the problem. Get a pair of tweezers so I can fish that stuff out. Not sure how good my camera is, so I want to take a picture of this. Alright, I didn't see enough in there that I thought would affect it, but you never know. During the reassembly of this pump, I put some Vaseline around all the rubber components, hoping to seal it up better. And after all that work, still didn't get the pump working. So I'm curious if any of you have found a way to fix these pumps, and if so, please put that in the comments. Thank you. So when I had the excavator here working on the pond, I had a little bit of time left on the hour meter, so I came over here and made this what I'm going to call a retention basin. Now I want to get a piece of the 4-inch flexible pipe that I used on the pond overflow, the excess, and then bring it over here and put it across the trail so I can finish this up.
So I need a rough measurement and how many feet long I need that pipe. Probably a minimum of 10, 12 would be better. So let's go see what we have back in the leftover area. Let's take a quick look at the ryegrass I planted. The really heavier stuff up on the pond dam is probably about 2 weeks old. This stuff down here is probably about 1 week. Same thing over there. You can see the stuff in the distance is probably 1 week old. So here's the pipe, and we'll see if I can get 12 feet out of this. We'll check it out. If I want 12 feet, I got to go pretty far up there, so guess I'll get my shovels and start working on it.
The stake is at the 12-foot mark. Cleaning up the swale to see where it intersects with the pipe. The stake is right here. We'll see how close we get. I'm guessing we'll only get about 10 feet instead of 12. I didn't get my 10 or 12 feet, but hopefully this will be enough. The goal now is to get this easternmost swale to line up with the west one, and both of them line up with the end of this pipe. I want to dig a trench to lay this drainage pipe from the detention basin on the left to my pond on the right.
Well, that's not good news. There's a bunch of tree roots right where I want to run the pipe. So I'm probably going to have to just put a lot of fill in here to bring this up over the top of the pipe. I don't know. We'll go measure it and we'll see. Well, my goal here is going to try to make at least a 1% slope. We'll see how that works out. Well, there's about 1%. Well, that's about 2%, so I'm going to go with that. Fill it all in and then measure through the dam. I want to get some more dirt up here over this pipe. So I'm going to take it out of the pond. So I don't know if it's easier to just throw it up or put it in the wheelbarrow. So we'll see what works best. Now let's see how the raking goes. Well, I'm real pleased with that. That was a lot of accomplished in a short amount of time, especially being hot and humid out. So we'll stop here and maybe put some more down later when it's cooler.
My daughter-in-law is helping me get the pool cover off to open the pool for the summer. I found that it's easier to loosen up all the grime and dirt on it before we take it off, and then once it's off, you can spray it off real easy with a hose. Here I'm setting up my electric pump to pump the debris from the bottom back to my compost pile. Time to take a quick break from the pool project and use my line trimmer to trim up the new ryegrass around the pond. This is a different view of the same activity.
Get the filter back in and put some Vaseline on the pipes.
I don't want any leaks around this filter, so I'm actually cleaning the area where the O-ring goes, and then I'll put some Vaseline on it too.
It's awful tight. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out. This is the intake.
open this vent to let the air out of the filter canister.
You'll plug me in. No leaks. Water coming out the outflow, and the two inflows over there are below water level, so we should be good to go. Test pH and chlorine. Test it here. No chlorine, which is what we would expect. It's like the pH is down about 6.8, which is usually normal after winter time. So we'll start working on the chemicals. Starting out with, I'll do a shock, which I'd put about 48 ounces of this chlorinating liquid in.
This way. Come on, Bob.
Since pH is low, put some of this pH plus in. Usually start about 4 ounces and then adjust as necessary. I have an old container of these chlorinate tablets, which I don't use that method anymore. I switched over to the liquid. Might as well use these up, get them in the pool. Certainly can't get too much chlorine now because we're trying to shock it. Got one of these left, so I'm going to put it in this floating dispenser and put that in the pool. And we'll come back in an hour or two and check the chlorine, see what it looks like, pH, etc.
After a pretty good rain last night, you can see how our swale work turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video. The next videos will be cleaning the pine straw from the roof and gutters and more work around my pond. Again, thanks for watching. I would love to hear any comments. Please place them in the YouTube comment section.